Welcome to Blended Philosophy. My blender broke, so that's a bit different this month. The topic for this episode is animals. Primary question, should we own animals? Secondary question, are zoos ethical? Now I have for the sake of this debate, I have a definition for the word zoo. So I've got here, zoo refers to a facility containing 3 or more organisms from 2 or more families, recreationally spectated by the species that contain them, none of which are themselves contained.
I've lived at the zoo.
You have.
Really?
That's right.
Did you wake up at the zoo?
I woke up at the zoo.
Yeah.
Gosh. When was this?
Year 7.
So there are some species of animals that, they're like endangered or whatever. So there's some, maybe in a sense we're preserving some animals that wouldn't otherwise be preserved.
Like a polar bear.
Yeah. And you could argue that when people see them in the zoo, like kids and things, they kind of love them, and then, since like half of them are going extinct basically, they might,
Maybe better to let them, but then they're all going to become eco-warriors. And so really, they'd be better off not seeing them at the zoo and not giving a shit.
There might have been meant as a joke, but you raise an interesting point. Because if we're to believe the findings of Charles Darwin, then if it really is survival of the fittest, then shouldn't we just let them die? Like, isn't that the most ethical outcome?
The most natural outcome.
Okay, so maybe not necessarily ethical.
Yeah. I mean, no, definitely I reckon some of them, that humans have directly like fucked up. You try and do something about, but then there's some of them, I don't know that much about pandas, but I'm pretty sure, there's some habitat loss, but a lot of the problem is that they're too lazy to procreate. Go in there and wank off a panda.
I feel like there's too much of an intervention.
That's where you draw the line.
Physical contact, yeah.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
With pandas.
Like if they're going to walk off a cliff, I might like,
The aliens.
build a bridge or
Oh wait,
I don't know,
okay. You mean the pandas?
Yeah. Or like try and lure them over with food or scare them away from it, but I wouldn't hold them back from going over the cliff, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's where I draw the line. I'm like,
oh right, if they
if
actually were going to
that
fall off
dumb,
cliff. Yeah. No.
But also like I don't want to go with you as well.
I don't actually know how much good zoos do. I mean, like they make kids happy when they see the animals.
They make the animals happy.
They do, and they do live
I
like.
don't know about you guys, but I've seen a couple of videos where I don't know like a scientific term for them, but the monkeys watch magic tricks on the other side of the glass, so the humans like do like card tricks and stuff, you know.
Yeah.
You're pretty happy about it. Well, I don't know, they smile and clap. I don't know if that's...
At some point, like I do wonder with animals, can you actually know like if they're happy? Like when people are like, goldfish is so dumb, like you can leave them in a bowl this size for their entire life. Like how can you tell if a goldfish is like satisfied with its life? Like surely it wants to actually swim around, like...
Well, they do die a lot, don't they?
They do die a lot, like...
this bowl, so...
yeah. Just because it's too dumb to like remember bits of the bowl doesn't mean it doesn't like swimming around a lot. You know, like I feel like even if it's dumb,
but
it naturally would want to like swim around an area like...
Swims and bangs.
But what's the ratio of that though?
But I'm just saying we'd never know. I don't think we could ever test goldfish to find out if they were like actually like satisfied with their lives.
Hunting is you find an animal, you chase it, you kill it, you eat it. For zoos, basically, they find them,
Where do
they
zoos
catch
get
them,
their food from?
they tranquilize them. You know what I mean? It's like
Farms.
it's pretty much the same process up to a point where they, instead of killing and eating them, they feed them and stuff. You know what I mean? It says, yeah, it's similar. These animals are getting kind of exploited though.
Yeah, but they're getting fed well. Like.
So their parent is keeping alive? Or is that...
So weren't we told to like look after like all the species on the planet?
Bingo, I got
And
that
shit,
right here.
and now we like bulldoze all the.
God commanded Adam to look after the animals. So I don't know the exact.
And half of them are extinct. So like
No.
if no, like half of them are extinct. Like that's the statistic.
Okay, I don't want to point fingers, but is that more on Noah than Adam?
I don't know. I mean half of the animals that were out of all the species that were around in like the start of the 1800s.
Sure,
Like half of them are here.
Oh yeah, okay.
That's what I mean. So yeah,
If you're only going back that far,
but
then, yeah, fair enough.
the others were lost before then, like the dodo and things. So you know, like it hasn't all been recent.
If we do want to value all the animals there, maybe it is easier to just take their DNA and make a bunch later. Then, like, if a species is not like, is almost just like definitely gonna like die.
I don't know, that doesn't seem respectful for some reason.
No, it doesn't, does it? But
I haven't got a logical argument against that. It just that feels weird to me.
The whole point of making a tiger and putting it in a box is so people can look at the tiger in a box.
You raise a good point though, because we keep cows alive and trees alive for us. Like we want to eat more meat. We love paper. So like, if we find a use for tigers or whatever.
If you say humans changed the planet a bunch and then a bunch of animals died out,
Yeah.
like, and then you could just say that's survival of the fittest, they died.
preserving animals for the sake of preserving them, or just to keep biodiversity, like if you are just thinking about Darwinism, you'd say you let them die. Yeah.
Yeah.
But you could be thinking about survival of humans, and maybe you say you want to keep as many like food webs intact as possible. You know, you got to keep like the same balance of everything else. Like who knows what will fucking happen, and then people go extinct. But you know, like I don't know if you need like tigers and big predators that much for that. Like yeah, they keep like
Yeah.
what like I don't know some wildebeest population.
In the worst case, we could just start eating more wildebeest.
Yeah.
They're probably delicious.
Probably.
I've never had a wildebeest.
Especially if they're not,
If you-
stressed
if you
about
look at
tigers
them-
hunting them and stuff, you know.
They say, and the lion has a life satisfaction score of like 100,
Right.
you know, and in the wild it sits around a 70 because it gets to eat, and it gets to procreate.
What if when it's stuck in that cage, it can eat and procreate, and then it's at like, and it's safe, it's at like 90,
Yeah.
and then it just doesn't like, so it doesn't get to walk around.
Maybe it's better
Why?
just to feed them and keep them safe, and when they get a bit sick, like the vet comes and like gives them some meds.
That's its only, this is only contact with another life.
Oh boy.
Yeah, that's when.
Alright, I don't want to say things to smoother without Matt, but I'm ready to vote.
Yeah, I'm ready.
I tried to make up for Matt on getting here, you know? Yeah, I think I'm ready to vote.
Okay. Are zoos ethical? I am in shock. I honestly thought we were on the same page. Not me. Fuck it, why not? According to Pizza String, zoos are ethical. I might keep it on for another like 20 seconds so I can get those end screens. Oh, how do you guys feel about doing a live one next month?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
why not? Fuck it, why not?
I mean,
Are you able to go live?
I can tell you why not.